Hi everyone, I'm Kelly from Physio Connectionz. So today we are going to talk about how mummies get a lot of pain after they deliver or when they are breastfeeding.
So the first question, why do my neck, shoulders and back hurt when I'm breastfeeding? Am I doing it wrongly?
Okay, so very commonly, the reason for your neck and back pain while you are breastfeeding or after you breastfeed is because of the posture. So generally, mummies tend to want to look at their babies, so we tend to do this when we are breastfeeding. This causes a lot of strain at the neck and also at the lower back if they are not supported. So to know more about how to do it properly, you can refer to these photos. So these are some photos of how to do it in all the different latching positions.
Second question, why do I get mummy's hands?
Even when you are breastfeeding, mummies also do have a tendency to pump, and mummies who use manual pumps would have a lot of repeated movements. If not, when you're taking care of your babies, there's a lot of repeated movements, or when you do not have good enough strength in your forearms or your fingers to actually do all the repeated movements. That's when you will start to feel a lot of strain at your wrist, either at this part or a carpal tunnel syndrome.
Third question, how do I know if my baby is getting enough milk?
Okay, so you can actually know if your baby is getting enough milk by just observing your baby. Generally, after they are well fed, their tummies will feel a little bit fuller, and also they will reject milk being presented to them either through your breast or through a bottle. They will usually turn away. When they are hungry, most of them will cry, and if you cannot differentiate their cries yet, what you can do is to just gently tickle their cheek, and they will usually turn towards your finger. That's when they are hungry.
Next question, how can I tell if my baby has a good latch?
Okay, if when your baby actually has a good latch, there should not be any pain when they latch or after they latch. Okay, generally, if they have a good latch, you will be able to hear them have a swallowing sound after they suckle as well. So generally, how we do not bring our nipples to them, we let them reach for our nipples. That's when your baby will have an easier time to latch, and you will also have a bit of easier time as well. Okay, so imagine if this is the nipple and this is the mouth, you just bring your nipple close by. When they smell, they will come, and your nipple should be above the tongue, and their mouth should cover the alveolar. So it's not just at the tip of the nipple.
Next, breastfeeding hurts. Is that normal?
So if you are latching well or pumping well, there should not be any pain during your breastfeeding journey, unless of course if you do have like engorgement or blocked ducts and things like that. Sometimes if you feel soreness over your nipple, it might be because your baby is teething or your baby is biting too hard. It can also come from an incorrect flange size. If the flange size is too big or too small, it can actually cause unwanted pressure over the nipples and cause nipple pain or nipple soreness after your breastfeeding.
I think I have a blocked milk duct. What should I do?
Okay, so you can actually feel around the breast where the pain is. If you find small lumpiness over the breast, that might be a block over that area. What you can do to help ease off the pain is to apply warm compress, so a bit of warm heat over the breast, and then gently massage over the breast. Okay, so you can use about 2 to 3 fingers. Just apply a very gentle pressure and go in a circular motion. So after you finish one area, you have to go all around the breast. Okay, so you are moving in a spiral motion down towards the nipple area. This is to release the blocks and also help to push your milk out towards the nipple when you need to pump or when you need to breastfeed. So usually you will do this about 5 to 10 minutes before you are going to latch or before you pump. So if the block still persists after trying out this method, you can also consider going to seek professional help from either a physiotherapist who would be able to do ultrasound for your breast, or a lactation consultant to actually to help you with the massage and help to guide out all the blocks as much as possible. Sometimes it may not be cleared with one session, but you have to do it over multiple breastfeeding sessions.
How can I pump comfortably without getting neck, shoulder or back pain?
So if you are trying to avoid having neck, shoulder or back pain, what you need to do is to actually get yourself well supported for your hands and for your back and neck as well. So what you can do, you can actually just sit towards the head side of your bed, lean back. You can of course still look down once in a while, but just after you manage to fit your flange in, what you need to do is to just rest back. You do not need to continuously look, And please do not keep your hands like this. You'll end up with a little bit of shoulder pain. So you can always just put pillows, hold it close, use your other hand and rest the hand on one side. You do not need to support your breast, or neither do you need to support the bottles very heavily. So you just let the pump do its work, and then just check once in a while to make sure that there's still milk coming out, or when the breast milk is completely emptied, then you can move over to the other side as well and do the same thing with your hands and neck and your back supported.
Lastly, why is pumping painful or not emptying my breast properly?
Okay, so usually if your flange size doesn't fit you very well, it can result in symptoms like painful nipples or sore nipples after a pump, or it can also lead to inefficient pump as well. So you will not be able to empty or clear out your breast very well after your pump. So what you can do instead, regularly check your flange size, because your nipple size may change during the whole breastfeeding process. So it doesn't mean that, oh, I can fit this flange now, it will fit me throughout my whole breastfeeding journey. So what you can do is to actually use a ruler, a measuring tape, or even a flange size ruler, something like that. So it can come from different brands. So you can check in with the pump that you are getting if they do have one that is meant for their brand. Okay, so what you do, you actually measure to the base of your nipple, not at the tip of the nipple, because it might change the measurement that you are taking. So what you do, you just take your ruler or your measuring tape, you just measure the distance from the base, the distance between your nipples, and that's how you will get to know your flange size. If you are in doubt, you can always check in with the salesperson before getting your pump as well. If you have any other questions or inquiries, you can always just go to our website for more information or just contact us directly.